So guys, this is our prototype unit which we use to demonstrate the connections and all. So I'll explain you how it goes. Like, this is a AC in single phase, converting it to 3C. We can vary the frequency here, the speed of the motor, and then this is the 3-phase motor. So I can make a 3-phase connection from here and feed it to the power quality analyzer, and then from these loops I can take the current. Okay, now I'll make the connection. Now this is a voltage probe I'm using. This is not a power quality analyzer. This is actually from this unit. So I know how to make the connection. Just assume that you are making normal connections while you are doing the test. So these will go. We have already marked up on our probes that which probe will go where. So I'll make the connections. Just assume this is a 3-phase 4-wire method. And this side will go to the power quality analyzer, R, Y, B already feed in, then the neutrals for each channel. And then I'm going to use the channel 4 as well here separately. Now you can see, I guess now I've changed the position of the unit. Now you can see the motor is rotating. I can increase or decrease the speed of the motor. Okay, now I will show you what the voltage our power quality analyzer is getting. Okay, let me focus on to the power quality analyzer. Now when I am changing the speed of the motor by our prototype, I hope you are able to see the voltages here. So the channel 1 is connected to the primary side, and a 1, 2, 3 is being connected to the secondary side of the inverter. So now it's 2 point something something voltage on the 3 phases, and on the primary it's 24 volt. Now I am increasing slowly the speed of the motor. The maximum it goes up to 11.5 something voltage. I hope you are able to see. Now I will connect the current probes. Now I have grabbed the current probes. Now I will try to connect it to phase wise. Now the first one is going to R. Second is Y. Third is B. And the channel 4th, the independent channel. like this. Now I have made all the connections for voltage as well as for current. Let's see how the power quality analyzer, or what the parameters the power quality analyzer is showing us. Okay, now I have made all the connections here. Now you can see, now this is 3-phase 4 wiring method. The 4th channel is on. I have made this kind of wiring connection, and the basic voltage, current, power parameters are coming here. Okay, now as I explained you earlier, now we have to do the settings as I explained earlier while explaining you how to operate it. Now the connections are been made, and the basic vectors and the parameters are coming here. Now I'll go to the main screen. Now I have selected the minimum voltage range here, 50 volt. The sensors are 9661. It's written over to the sensors. Now you can see these are 9661. This is 9661 sensor of HIOKI. Okay, 9661. So the selection is same, 9661. After that, the current range, the ratio, I want to see the phase to neutral only. I want to see the power factor, not DPF. Like all those settings are been done. Then what type of recording I want to make? Now I want to record all the data at 1 second. Okay, I want to take the screenshot every 5 minutes. I will do my manual recording, start and stop, so I'm not going to make the timing here when it need to start the recording and when it need to stop, like that. Now the important part is, while pressing the DF2, I want to make the settings here. So before settings, as I told you, we need to define the things here. Now I'm working over the voltage and current I have defined, but I forgot to mention about the frequency. I'm working over 60 Hertz, and the very important feature of this 3198 model, it can work over 400 Hertz as well, which is being used mostly in the avionics. And according to that, I'm going to mark the events. I have selected 2 Hertz of window from 62 Hertz to 58 Hertz. If it goes out, it is going to record the event. Then according to the IC standard, it is going to mark the sags and dips and all those things. Now it is 110%, 90% will be the dip, interruption will be the 10%, transient. Okay, I'll try here. I cannot create the transient right now, but I'll try to make it somewhere. Okay, and like that, all those things can be marked if it is required by you. Then current also. Okay, I'll try inrush current, trying to take the inrush current also. Okay, 6.8 ampere I have marked. All those things can be marked by you. Harmonics, okay, you can mark one by one. I am not going to mark right now. Power, okay. Okay, so now the things are been marked. Now I will start the recording. You need to press. Now right now it is on the setting, as I explained you. When I press this, now it is waiting. Now it is went for the recording. Now one by one I'll explain you again how the features and the pages looks like. Now the settings are being done. On the mains, we have selected the wiring, voltage and the current range and the frequency range. and I have not marked any VTCT ratios. Then what events I want to monitor, I have marked all those events here. For the voltage, for the wave, for the current or harmonics or power, you can mark according to your requirement, right? So I made all those connections. Now the important part is, here you can see the parameters, basic parameters here. If anything connection is being wrong, then the vectors will get deviate. So that's how I will be able to know whether the connection is right or wrong. Like, I'll try to remove one of the phase. Now you can see the phasors are telling me something is wrong, so I need to make the correct wiring, then the phasors will come up. Okay, now I'll go to the time plot. Now I'll come up to the time plot on the screen 1. Now I have selected the parameter is the frequency. You can select any of the parameter. I have selected the frequency. Okay, and now you can see the graph started plotting here. I can use the cursor. If I move cursor here and there, it is showing me the maximum, minimum and the average value, and the scrolling feature. When this will filled up, then I can use the scrolling as well. Now I'll show you how, when I change the frequency, now you can see the variable frequency here. See, see, now you can see the trend, right? How it changed. Right, you can see the difference here, right, and the parameters here. If you want to see separately, you can see two parameters at a time here. Okay, so I select voltage, so frequency and voltage you can see simultaneously of any phase, you can see at once. And energy, you can also see how the energy is being consumed. You can also see the trend plot here. Now this is a detailed trend. Here also you can see for different voltage and frequency. Then the trend for the harmonics, right? I have changed here, so you can see there is a drop and goes on. I'll try to again change. Now I have increased the speed of the motor, and there is a drastic change in the harmonics. Right, now the time plot is being completed. Now I'll go to the view. You can see the waveforms here. This is the voltage and current waveform. Now right now it's difficult to understand. Okay, now it's very clear to see. Same I'll do for current. Sorry, see the voltage and current waveforms you can see very clearly here. Or if you only want to see the if you only want to see the RYB waveforms, current RYB waveforms, okay, you can change the time division also like this. Then the harmonic. Okay, now all the harmonics you can see, vectors you can see. We can mark any of the phase as a reference and then can see, or linear wise, logarithmic wise, level wise, fundamental wise, percentage of fundamental, or the phase wise we can see. Now the voltage one is being referenced, and you can see what is the difference between the voltage of phase 1 and the voltage of phase 2, and similarly on the current as well. Graphical wise you can see, and the list wise you can see. So this inverter, there is lots of noise here. Then the DMM, the voltage RMS values, peak values, average values, THD, negative THD, and the harmonics, right? This is for the current, this is for the power, apparent power, to power, relative power, energy, power factor, K factor, and the voltage. So these are the parameters you can see. Okay, now the important part is the event capturing. So as you the question arises in your mind, like I have selected the interval at 1 second, right? So there are two type of intervals in this power quality analyzer. One is for the all data, whatever the data is coming, it is capturing at 1 second, and for the interval, it goes to very high speed, which is 2 megahertz for this particular model. So if I go to the event, now you can see there are lots of events arises here, as I have changed the frequency and the voltage and the current levels. So as I told you, the events, it captured the events in the form of in and out, when it started, when it ends, and it checks the duration and the worst value in between that particular event. So here you can see the when the recording started, it captures as an event, then it denotes the frequency low, frequency up, in and out values. Here you can see at what time, what date it started, the threshold value what I have marked, and the level it went up to 62 point something at this time, and the total duration of the event. Like so, it denotes the values, the durations, like it have captured. This one is 238 milliseconds. The worst value, it went up to 63.22 hertz. Like that, it is capturing all those events. Like it have captured the inrush also. So inrush was 7.496 ampere. The duration was around 2 seconds, because maybe I have changed it for a longer duration. The threshold I have marked, it's 6.83, and the date and time it recorded. Like so, you can see lots of things, like it have denoted the interruption also, for which went up to this much mark, and how much duration it was there. Like that, it is capturing the events. See how many events it have captured. Right now, the event is, it had captured 68 events. I'll try to change few things. Now you will see it will capture the event. See, now it have captured few more events, like 69 is what, frequency up, then inrush, interruption. See, it have captured all those events for you. So this how this power quality analyzer works. So now I will stop the recording. It is asking, you want to stop? I said yes. Now it will go up to when to analyze. First is the setting, recording, and analyze. Now if you want to analyze the things here, it will show us the data like this, the waveforms you can see, and do the analysis. Anything you want to see of that particular event, you can see. Okay, I went back to the event page, and anything I select, mark enter, I can do any kind of analysis here. Back to event. Now if I want to restart, I need to press the data reset, and then it back to the setting. So if I want to do the another testing, now it is ready for next testing. Okay, now I'll take out the data via the using SD card, and I will open the data in my laptop and then I will show you. So I have taken out the SD card from Power Quality Analyzer. Now I am going to put this one to my laptop and see what type of data we have got. So पावर क्वालिटी एनालाइजर SD कार्ड के अंदर इस टाइप की फाइल क्रिएट होती है जो कि which is not cannot be open in any other mean. ये अपना खुद का extension का it creates its own extension file which cannot be open anywhere except the software. The software is comes with when you buy Power Quality Analyzer. This software is called PQ1 software. So I have this software already installed in my laptop. Now I will try to open the data. Now the data is buffering. It takes some time to open it. Yeah. So now all the detailed plots and the waveforms are here. Now the first one is the detailed trend. I hope you guys are able to see. Let me try to zoom it more. So from here you can see the detailed graph. You can switch on or off the waveforms and all. So this, from here you can select the R by P from here, and you can select any type of parameter you want to see, like this. Okay, then we'll move to the voltage and current graph. So we can select what we want to see, the RMS peak values, like that. So I can select voltage, and here I can select rest, maybe current or like that here, which is already been selected, and then we can see the parameters here. Okay, and if you want to zoom, you can zoom in further like this, zoom out like that. If you want to see the frequency, here you can see the unbalanced graph, you can see harmonics, you can see, you can select flicker, power and energy, right? Okay, now here is the detail of the events which is being captured by the Power Quality Analyzer. See here, so many events are there, and the details you can see, the duration, the worst values right here, and some of the events you can see they have the plus marks like that. So this means when this event occurred, so there are some other things happen with that, right, on the same time. So like when the interruption happened, so then there was an inrush as well at the time of that event. So you can analyze all those events, like see the waveform and the event is already going up and down by when we are selecting that particular event. So this cursor became blue whenever I click on the event. The next trend plot and waveform will open automatically according to that. Okay, so if I click this one, the next waveform, and the channel plot open like that. Now if you want to create a report or you want to export the data, you can select what you want to have. I want detailed trend and voltage current and frequency. I press OK. Where I want to select desktop, I make 1, 2, 3, 4, save. Now it is exporting the data. So this is the data 1, 2, 3, 4 which I have created. So here all the data is okay. Like that you can operate the software as well, and this is very nice software. You can also select or manipulate the data you want to see, the PF, DPF, THD, show TDD, all those things can be done here, and the data can be exported, right? And then you can see the statics as well by using our PQ1 software. So that's all, I guess, related to PQ3198. I have explained most of the things. I guess if anything left or anything feature you want to have session separately, I can do that, or my team can do that for you. So for the specification of the PQ3198, you can go to our website hioki.com, and then you can see the specification. This is of class A, which follows the EN/IEC standard, which defines how to measure the power quality. So I guess that's all from my side. I try to explain as much as I can do in a video. I guess this video will become so long, and please put on the comments on this video so that I will be able what things I need to improve and what another feature you want to see on this next video. Thanks from my side. Please stay safe in this COVID situation. As I told you, I have lots of instruments with me. So you want to have a video of another model or another product, let me know. I'll try to make it for you guys. Thank you. Please stay safe.